Hi, welcome to our channel, Two Rebels Off Grid. Today we're going to introduce ourselves to you and explain a little bit about why we started this channel and what you can expect if you go ahead and follow along with us.
Hi, my name's Doug.
Hi, I'm Keri, and we want to kind of start out by talking to you a little bit about why we chose the word rebel for our channel title, because it's kind of a strong word and we don't want you to get the wrong idea. We really like the word rebel because of where we're at right now in our lives. We are in our early 50s, very early 50s, and our kids are now grown and gone. And there's a lot of things going on in the world right now that we are not really happy about. So we started this channel because we want to share with you our journey and how we go about doing this.
Yeah, we're really excited about bringing this channel to you. We plan on bringing you a lot of exciting videos and knowledgeable information. And we hope to gather as much information from our viewers as we know ourselves. We're looking forward to comments in the comments section. We're looking forward to interaction with our viewers. And we hope that you become one of our subscribed viewers and learn along with us.
Yeah, we're going to be learning a ton as we go. Some of this stuff will be probably second nature for us, depending on what it is. But a lot of this is going to be new. We're going to kick off the channel with sharing our property search with you. That's going to be one of our first few videos, kind of our criteria and what we decided was super important for us when we're looking for off-grid property.
Where to live during your property development? Is it going to be an RV?
There's lots of options on where to live. Sometimes you'll purchase property that already has an existing structure on it, like something that you could convert into a living space while you work on developing the property. There's lots of different options. Doug and I will probably go with an RV depending on what we find, but that seems to be the way we're leaning right now.
But there's also other homesteaders that typically stay in their regular house and they commute to work on their house.
And we'll be talking about that in future videos. We are just beginning this, so we're not really sure. We don't really know where we're going to buy our property yet, and we also are not really sure how that's all going to work. We may very well stay in our house and work from here as our home base, but we're not really sure about that yet. Some of the other things that you can expect to learn about on our channel are going to be things like managing waste, including recycling, upcycling, composting, trash, and how to manage your trash. Things like black water systems and gray water systems, because you have to figure out a way to manage that. Two words off-grid for us mean being disconnected from the paid utilities. So you're going to have to figure out a way to manage those things, and we're definitely going to cover a lot of that in our videos.
And we're also going to cover things like off-grid solar power and alternative energy uses.
Yeah, there's lots of different options, again, depending on the property that you choose. We'll also be looking at water systems. That's going to be really important. That's one of the top things, obviously, when you're going to create an off-grid homestead, is where are you going to get your water? There's some places where water is abundant. So you may have a spring on the property that you purchase that you can tap into. Maybe you have a well on the property or you install a well. There's also options like rainwater harvesting. You can also have a cistern where you have somebody deliver water to you, or you get the water yourself and bring it in. So water is really important, and we'll definitely be talking about that as well.
We're also going to talk about off-grid food preservation, such as root cellars, preserving food, curing food. I used to be a chef, an executive chef for over 20 years in prestigious high-end resorts. And I can bring a lot of this knowledge to you, and I look forward to doing that. So
yeah, and so one of the things that we're going to be looking at is going to be alternative housing designs. Doug and I are not wealthy people. We did not inherit money to do this. We're doing this on a very small budget. We're going to be researching things like what resources are available for us on the property that we purchase. Our idea is that whatever property we buy, we'll be using the resources that are on that property and available to us for free. And because of that, it's going to really make us research and see what other types of housing are available. Right now we live in a traditional, framed wood house. And so we may not be doing that. We may look at something alternative. And a lot of that has to do with our budget. So stay tuned for that. So along those same lines, when you're deciding what kind of structure you're going to be building for yourself, you'll want to research permits and zoning, and then just really thoroughly check out how you're going to be working with your county. You'll want to make sure that you're working in a county that allows things like alternative types of housing. It's actually pretty rare, so don't be fooled thinking that you can purchase property and because you own the property that you can do whatever you want on it. Sometimes that is the case in certain parts of the country, but you'll definitely want to research that, and you're going to go along with us as we do that so that we can share what we learn on that part of our journey.
Other thing that we're going to talk about is livestock, because we're really excited about moving from our suburban property and only being able to raise chickens and rabbits. You know, we've had experience in that, and we want to bring that to our new place. Also, we want to explore different types of livestock that we could perhaps make a profit off of, such as goats or sheep. Probably not cattle or anything like that. But yeah, we look forward to exploring these ideas, figuring out what we're going to do.
Yeah, and along those same lines with livestock, one of the really important things that you'll want to look at is the predators that are in the area that you purchase property. You may purchase a small piece of property that's, you know, a little bit less urban, or you may purchase hundreds of acres. We don't know. Everybody's going to be different. But wherever you purchase your property, you will be dealing with predators. They're everywhere. They're definitely something that you're going to want to consider, because predators will affect how you keep your livestock and your domestic animals as well. And also it's going to impact how you do your gardening, and if you're growing your own food, you're going to have to protect it against certain types of predators. So be aware of that, because I think a lot of people that go off-grid are not, and that's one of our primary concerns, and how we'll be designing our homestead around that.
Yeah, kind of, we want to have things raccoon-proofed and, you know, vermin-proof and all that, of course.
Yeah, another big concern for us, being the ages that we are, we've both always had traditional health insurance through our employers, and that's actually a really big concern for both of us. So we're very healthy and we're very fortunate for that, but we're kind of at the age where things can happen, and we don't want to take a chance on not having some sort of coverage. So we're actually going to do a whole video about health insurance and what we find, because I know there's options and alternatives out there, but we haven't had a chance to research those yet. But as we do, we want to share that with you, because I think that's really important, especially if you have a family and young children.
Yeah, that's one of those things that you're not going to be able to escape, whether you go off-grid or not, unless you change your name. Down in Denver, you can change your name for $150, become somebody else, escape the insurance whole thing going on. But that's one of the things you're never going to escape, so we have to definitely figure out a way of keeping our health insurance. Probably going to have to get a different type set up.
Yeah, we'll share that with you as we learn about it and explore it. Another big piece of this for us, because we're not ready to retire, but we know that we are really both burned out on the 8 to 5 Monday through Friday grind, and it feels at this age in our lives that that's literally what we're going to be doing for the next 20 to 30 years. And we'll be very fortunate at that time if we're healthy and don't have any issues and can retire and enjoy ourselves. With this whole setup, we are looking at alternative ways of going forward with our lives and looking at, hey, we can actually maybe do things differently. So part of that is going to be having a business on our off-grid property. It's something that we're still going to need money. We're not going to be able to grow every little tiny thing that we need to eat. So we know we're still going to probably be going to the grocery store occasionally, especially when we're first starting out. That's a big piece, is developing a business, and we want to share with you as we go along and how we research that and how we kind of brainstorm and come up with business ideas. Got quite a bit of experience as an entrepreneur myself, and Doug does as well, and so we think that's going to be really helpful, and we're excited about that part.
We're going to explore off-grid communication. You're still going to want your internet. You're still going to want to be able to communicate via phone, cell phone. Is it going to be CB radio? Is it going to be a booster for internet connection, 5G, satellite system, whatever it is going to be? We're going to bring you videos about this too.
Yeah, for sure, because we have family, we have kids, they're young adults, but we want to be able to stay in touch with them and make sure we keep those lines of communication open.
And my favorite subject, permaculture. We've been practicing permaculture for over 12 years now. I don't like the word permaculture because nothing's permanent, remember that. But I look forward to buying property where I can just go all out crazy permaculture, and we will explore that.
Especially going to be cool because most likely because of our budget, we'll be purchasing raw land, which means it's not developed at all. It's just in its raw form. So with the permaculture, we're going to be able to design all of that from the start. Design it around our house and, you know, around all the different things that we're planning on building. So that'll be really cool. And there's probably going to be a ton of challenges for us along the way. Like we said earlier, we know a lot about some of these subjects, but some of these subjects we know nothing about. So we'll be learning as we go, and we'll share that with you. So I'm sure we'll make mistakes, and maybe that's something that you can learn from.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, in our next episode, we're going to be sharing with you our off-grid property search criteria. So we've kind of come up with a list of what's really important to us and what we feel is critical in our property search. So definitely stay tuned. Give us a like and subscribe if this channel is interesting to you. And I think you're going to enjoy what we're doing and what we're sharing with you, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. See you later.